Hey everybody, it is Jason from the Texas Gun Vault 2, and it's Friday, and I am still sick, as you can tell from my voice. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to film my Texas Gun Vault poll question of the week today. Normally I do that on Friday. So I may have to be a day behind on that one. I may have to try to film that one tomorrow if I'm feeling better. But I'm out here in the garage cleaning a gun for a future range report here. This is a Springfield XD 45 4.0 version, the Mod 2. This is on loan to the channel from one of my local viewers and subscribers. And so anytime I take these things to the range, I always promise that I will thoroughly clean them. And trust me, they get thoroughly cleaned. So anyway, I wanted to answer a little question that I get asked a lot on various videos. And answer it to the best of my ability, because depending on what they're looking for, they have to go to a different place. But I guess in the world of Google and search engines, I'm always perplexed that people ask me. I'll inevitably get a question on some gun video that maybe I made up to, a couple years ago, up to one that I just put out. They'll say, Jason, where did you get that part? Where did you find that barrel? Where did you get that accessory? Where did you whatever? And I'll always do my very best to answer the question, especially if I remember. If it's an old video, sometimes I don't always remember where I find them. But I'm going to give you guys my little tip and trick to find rare and hard to find gun parts. Google. I know that seems weird and odd. What I do is I find the exact name of the part. Sometimes I'll do my best to find an exploded view of the gun, and I'll find the exact part number. Now that's if I'm looking for like an OEM part. But if I'm not looking for an OEM part, I'm looking for an aftermarket thing, I do the very best I can to find the part number and the name of the part. And then I'll Google it. Now, a lot of times, if it's something that's especially in big demand, I'll use an example that came up, I think, yesterday, which was a Benelli M4 barrel. Somebody was looking at one of my Benelli M4 shotgun videos and said that theirs doesn't have a barrel that's threaded for chokes. And where did I find mine? Well, first off, mine came with a barrel with chokes, but I told him, I said, I think I bought it from, I think it was like Midwest Gunworks. But if you Google Benelli M4 barrel, you'll find a number of places that have them for sale. Sometimes they'll be out of stock, but I just keep going down the page and I just become a little hunter for it. I'll just keep looking and looking and looking, go from one page, and eventually, usually you'll find it in stock somewhere. And if I can find the actual part number, I'll search that way, because sometimes you'll have these gun parts websites that are not very well built, and the search tool on them kind of sucks. But a lot of times, if you have the SKU or the part number, it's easier to find. You can search that way, and it pops right up. I've always been relatively lucky on finding stuff like that. If it's even rarer, what I'll do is I'll save a search on a site like Gunbroker, and I will kind of check every couple of days. I think that sometimes people are just impatient and they're just looking for the part right now. If it's not at Brownells, I don't know what to do. That's kind of their attitude. I'm like, well, you got to look sometimes. And sometimes you'll find them, as I said, there's a number of companies out there that kind of trade and deal with these rarer gun parts, or harder to find gun parts. One is Numeric Gun Parts. One is Midwest Gunworks. Always check Brownells. Always check Midway USA. Those are kind of like my go-to. Then if I can't find it on any of those sites, I'll check Gunbroker. And if it's not there, typically many of the gun parts site, if you can find a place that has it, that it's out of stock, go ahead and start signing up for the notify me when back in stock. And a lot of times they'll come back in stock in the next month or so. I've always been really lucky. I've never really had a very difficult time finding gun parts. And I'm really surprised that other people do with things, as I said, like Google, it's just out there, and go beyond the first page. A lot of times the first page is populated with a bunch of gun part places or advertisements that are paying to be there. And so the actual kind of meat and potatoes of finding the actual part you need will be further down the page. And then if I still can't find it, I will look up information on forums, like if it's an HK part I'm looking for. I'll go to, like HK Pro. They're going to buy and sell stuff there. And I'll ask people there, does anyone have a lead on these parts? Or another thing to do is to find a gunsmith that specializes in the gun that you're looking for. So or the parts that you're looking for. So for example, if you're looking for, I'll try to go to something else. Okay, here's a good example. A Thompson, like M1A1, like the Tommy guns, like a World War II Tommy gun, but maybe in semi-auto. You're looking for some like auto ordnance part. Well, I posted on some forum somewhere. I think it was like the NFA owners group or something on Facebook. And I said, hey, I'm looking for this. And someone says, hey, there's a gunsmith in Pennsylvania. I even remember his name. His name was John Andruski. And I contacted him, and he knew how to track down any part that I needed. And he also worked on the guns, and I actually sent my Thompson off to him to have worked on. So there you go. So that's how I try to find and track down hard to get parts, things you can't find. Often you just got to be patient. You just have to be patient. Start off with Brownells, Midway, go to Google, find these parts, companies out there. As I said, Midwest Gun Works is pretty good. Numeric Gun Parts. If you can't find them there, or if they are there, sign up for the notify me when back in stock kind of stuff. Check Gun Broker. And then check forums. Trust me, every gun company has fans that have started a forum. Steyr, HK, Benelli, B&T. There's always a forum for them. Go on there to the help or the parts or the parts for sale. Post a want ad. Hey, I need this particular bolt for this particular gun. If anyone knows where I can get one, let me know. And I'm telling you, the gun world is full of people that are ready to help each other. I do my very best when people contact me. So I know that as I said, the gun world's full of people like that want to help each other. I think we're just a great community, so there you go. So a frequently asked question, where did I get part X or insert part here? And that is how I track down the hard to find stuff. Now, I'm not always successful. I can tell you there's a few things I like to have, but they're not necessarily parts, they're items. Like, for example, a Steyr GB box, like the box that they were shipped in. I have a really cool military version of the Steyr GB, but I don't have the original boxes that they came in. I'd like to have that. So what else would I like to have that I'm kind of looking for? I guess right now, because I got that XM 177 lower, I'm kind of looking at finding a good clone of an XM 177 upper. I can't find any that I really like or care about. But anyway, it kind of makes it fun. It's like save searches, and I'll just look every couple of days, and I like the adventure of finding it. So anyway, there you go. Just out here cleaning this gun for Craig, and I'm going to do a range report on this probably tomorrow. We'll film it out here. I just can't film any videos today. I mean, I can film this because it's casual, but with this voice, constantly coughing, I have to do so many cuts and edits. It's impossible. It's absolutely impossible to do. So anyway, so there you go. So that is how I find part X or whatever. So let me know if you have any questions in the comments section below, and I hope this helps somebody that's looking for a hard-to-find part. So there you go. Let me know if you have any questions, as I said, and as always, thanks for watching.